Every fighter has his defining battle,
There is a monster in the middleweight division.
where skills are shown,
If Lemieux's allowed to come forward, he's a freight train.
resolve is challenged, and superiority is determined.
He was no match for Gennady Golovkin.
There it is, Cossack Thunder.
Gennady Golovkin has managed to break skin, wills, and ultimately records on his path toward 20 consecutive victories by knockout. But there's one thing Triple G hasn't faced in his race up the pound-for-pound rankings. An opponent who rivals his punching prowess. Until tonight.
Lemieux is a bona fide puncher.
With 31 knockouts and 34 victories, David Lemieux has earned his reputation as a fearsome power puncher. Against Golovkin, he'll look to accomplish what so many before have failed to do. Silence the Cossack Thunder.
No matter how big, how strong, how tough they are, everybody can be beaten.
Lemieux, he's a great opponent for me. Same style, same power, 100% I promise action.
An undaunted underdog looking to tear down an icon. A dominant destroyer in search of his greatest victory. David Lemieux. Gennady Golovkin is next.
Tale of the tape for Gennady Golovkin against David Lemieux. It's now or never for Golovkin, as he himself acknowledges at age 33. Lemieux 7 years younger at 26. A 1.5-inch height advantage, however.
The Mecca of boxing, Madison Square Garden, New York City, New York, USA. This is the main event of the evening. 12 rounds of boxing for the unified middleweight championship of the world. In attendance at ringside, the 3 judges scoring this bout: Glenn Feldman, Julie Letterman, and Steve Weisfeld. And inside the ring, in charge of the action at the bell, your referee, Steve Willis. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the officials are ready, the fighters are in the ring, and they are ready. Madison Square Garden, are you ready? For the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world, ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
Good evening, gentlemen. You both see the instructions. I want you to obey the commands, protect yourselves at all times. Right now, everything below the letters here is going to be low. Everything below the letters here is going to be low. Tap it up. Here we go.
In an already amazing day in sports that's seen huge college football upsets and National League playoff baseball action, this is the most electrifying event of all. Sold out Madison Square Garden. Triple G's debut on pay-per-view. Middleweight title on the line. 2 monster punchers. It just doesn't get any better.
Careful first round for Golovkin, but an effective first round so far as he's landing his jab, and Lemieux hasn't landed much of anything. Jab, jab. Golovkin sticking it into Lemieux's face and keeping him back. Jab, right hand. Lemieux missing again. It's all Golovkin early.
Well, he's trying to take Lemieux out of the fight early by backing him up with that jab, making him fight uncharacteristically of himself. He's used to being the attacker, the stalker. Right now, Triple G is trying to stalk him to make him feel less dominant in the ring.
Tremendous concentration by Golovkin, and you see the amazing number already from CompuBox. He's landed more than 20 jabs in the round.
Lemieux may already feel that he has to load up on the home run left hook. He's done it once.
Right hand to the body by Golovkin. Hasn't really tried to get close. Lemieux finally lands a body shot. Another body shot for Lemieux. But all in all, a Gennady Golovkin round. Marco Antonio Rubio, that was when he broke his relationship with Russ Anber and brought in Ramsey. And the general consensus is he's been a better fighter since then. Golovkin lands a right hand. Golovkin lands another right hand. Lemieux trying to be more aggressive in this round, lands a jab, and gets inside for the first time.
You got to be careful because Triple G is throwing some big shots between his punches, and those are the ones that do the most damage.
Hooking off the jab, lands that, jabs again, lands that. Landed 26 jabs in round one, which is simply colossal.
So far, the difference in the fight is Golovkin's boxing skill.
Of course, we knew that.
Yep, he's outclassing him with his skill, and Lemieux has to figure out a way to land his power by hook or by crook. Preferably by hook.
Little left hook lands for Golovkin. Jab lands. Right hand was blocked, but knocked Lemieux back a little bit anyway. Jab lands again. Jab lands again. In which case, Golovkin might have a chance to catch him with a power shot coming in. Body shot by Golovkin. Right hand lands. Right hand lands again. Knocks Lemieux into the ropes. Left hook for Golovkin. Right hand lands again. Phenomenal accuracy. Unbelievable accuracy early on for the Kazakh star.
Lemieux has never had to fight at this pace before in his life, I guarantee you.
Hard right hand by Golovkin. Well, if the first round was good, this one was even better.
To at least give yourself a chance to land something big.
This is true, but also, Max, it's live by the gun, die by the gun. The best time for him to catch you is when you try to load up.
How many jabs can you eat before you begin to make bad decisions? Matthew Macklin was quite articulate on the subject of how difficult it is to think in the ring against Golovkin with the pressure he puts on. And that jab just keeps coming, flowing like water. Body shot, jab again, hooking off the jab. Tremendous left-hand work by Gennady Golovkin.
When Lemieux is at his best, he fights in a more intrepid style than this.
It matters.
Lemieux is starting to get a little more active.
Throwing more power punches in this round than has Golovkin.
Where he realizes he's going to get hit anyway, so he's saying almost, I may as well get me a punch or two in while I'm getting hit.
And again, Golovkin snacks Lemieux's head back with the jab. Left hook. They traded left hooks. Both landed.
You see Gennady Golovkin constantly working off of that jab, attack with the right hand, then it's just a jab. Jab to the face. Jab to the face. Jab keeping him at bay. Doing a wonderful job using that long jab to keep Lemieux out of punching harm so that Lemieux can't land a big punch on him and he can attack Lemieux first because he's first getting range with that jab.
And that's been tremendously to the advantage of the better boxer, Gennady Golovkin, who has clearly won the first 3 rounds from David Lemieux. And you saw the calm in the corner, as Abel Sanchez said, keep doing what you're doing, and then we'll pick out the moment at which you're going to land the big shot. Harold, how do you have it through 3?
Look at Chip. I got it exactly the way you said. 3-0, 30-27, Gennady Golovkin. Jim, I'm going to say something that you may say is totally stupid. You know what's bothering me about this fight? What's bothering me about this fight is I don't think David Lemieux's got a game plan. I mean, you gotta have some game plan to fight Gennady Golovkin. Either you're going to circle, or you're going to move in and get your shots off, or whatever. You gotta have a game plan. He's walking in and he's getting blasted by the left jab, and the left jab is setting up solid right hands, and Golovkin's murdering him. I mean, if I were fighting Golovkin, I definitely would have a game plan. 3-0, Golovkin.
And the old adage is everyone has a plan until
they get hit. Talk about getting hit. There was the left hook, and Lemieux is hurt. And here goes Golovkin. Looking to finish already in round number 4. Hammers Lemieux with another left hook. Straight right hand up the middle. Left hook again. And here we go. And the Canadian star is hanging in. Hasn't been to the canvas yet, but Golovkin is landing big.
Legs are getting weak, Jim.
Uppercut. What a round.
Hasty the skills of Triple G. He throws a beautiful left hook while blocking a beautiful left hook at the same time. Lemieux threw his without defense, but Triple G threw his with absolute marvelous defense.
Hard right hand for Golovkin.
Keep your head straight. All right.
Oh, good uppercut.
Jab, uppercut combination. Hard right hand by Lemieux. Best punch of the fight so far. Landed on Golovkin's cheek. Gives Lemieux a little confidence. Tries to come in again. And Gennady rips him with a left hook. Vicious body shot with the right hand. Hard left upstairs. Left jab. Golovkin punishing Lemieux for hitting him with a right cross. And says if you remember to keep your shoulders on a flat plane, then your body will never tip over too much to one side or another. And your feet will always be solid underneath you.
Oh, that body shot hurt him, Jim.
Down goes Lemieux. And Golovkin hit him once while he was down.
6, 7, 8. You all right? Baby, you all right? You're okay. You're sure.
First knockdown of the fight. And Lemieux is lucky that there are only a few seconds left in the round. That was only the second time in Lemieux's entire career that he's been knocked down. First one was by Marco Antonio Rubio. And Gennady Golovkin punished David Lemieux for landing one power shot.
Okay, try to breathe, Dave. Okay, breathe.
Here you see Triple G just like Chocolatito, head, then followed by a beautiful body shot, left body shot to the liver, and you saw him go down, but this is a bad punch. I would have gotten disqualified for that punch.
That's right, you already did get disqualified for that punch against Montel Griffin.
Might have got banned from boxing for that.
But for Golovkin, there's no penalty because he's too beloved, right? How discouraged is Lemieux after the knockdown? Only the second time in his career he's tasted the canvas. There's another hard right hand by Golovkin. Lemieux backs into the ropes. Jab, jab, right cross.
Keeping that pressure on him, Jim.
Hard left hand by Lemieux. Landed his money punch right on Golovkin's chin. And that momentarily shook up Gennady Golovkin.
And gave him a little confidence. And that may have taken it right back.
Lemieux lands another left hook. As he becomes more aggressive, he gets a chance to land a couple of power shots. But of course, he's coming into harm's way and giving Golovkin the chance to land power shots also. There's the left hook to the body again. Didn't catch him quite the way he did the first time.
Wane after he's taken control of a fight.
And that was a good body shot by Lemieux just then, though.
Might have been low, but it was a good idea.
Yeah, it was a wonderful idea.
And generally, Golovkin becomes more hittable after scoring a knockdown when he's following up on his advantage and feels more secure.
He could win the fight solely with his jab.
Yes, he could.
He could dominate 12 rounds and win a unanimous decision with his jab. But he wants to knock Lemieux out.
Just who he is.
Another big left hook lands for Lemieux. Golovkin showing you he's got that chin.
He's promised a big drama show. That doesn't happen by itself.
Uppercut for Lemieux. Golovkin catches him coming in with a left. Catches him coming in with a left again.
Oh, good up.
And a right hand uppercut to punctuate the round.
Some hard on Lemieux.
Round 7 begins. We're halfway through the fight. Harold, how do you have it so far?
Okay, Jim. I got it 60-53, 6 rounds to nothing. Gennady Golovkin. And Jim, does anybody here get the impression that David Lemieux should have cut his hair before this fight? It seems that his hair's going into his eyes. I mean, you know, it's hurting his vision. In any case, be as it may, Gennady Golovkin keeps working that left jab. Beautiful left jab, right hand combinations. He gets an extra point for the knockdown in round number 5. He's thoroughly ahead in this fight, 6-0, Golovkin.
Harold, you see the hairstyle. You see that Lemieux is regarded as model handsome. That hair is important to him. That haircut is important to him.
Not if it's costing him the fight.
I agree with Harold. The hair is getting in his eyes at times. I don't know if it would have made a difference so far. His face is starting to be busted up.
Big time.
He's by CompuBox count in the first half of the fight.
Come here.
If the middleweight landed 209 punches in 12 rounds, that'd be regarded as pretty good.
Just want to look at you, man. I just want to look at you. Look at his nose. Yeah. Just want to make sure. Just make sure. Come on, Dave. Okay.
Blood coming from Lemieux's nose. Possibly it's broken.
Lemieux's a guy who believes in his power. He's not looking for a way out here.
Not at all. Good hook by Triple G.
Right hand over the top by Triple G. Lemieux had a lot on the missed left hook.
That jab is killing Lemieux's nose.
And ruining his concentration. Ask him what he's supposed to do.
Good body
shot by Lemieux with the right hand.
Oh, good hook by Lemieux.
Yeah, that was a 2-3, a right hand followed by a left hook, and then another one.
Hard right hand by Golovkin. Lemieux is hurt against the ropes.
Turn Lemieux sideways.
Gennady's got him cornered. Another right hand lands. Not hard.
Lemieux is making this a fight, I'll tell you that, Jim. He's not laying down for nobody.
But out of respect for both fighters, it's hard to imagine there'll be a premature stoppage. I think Lemieux will be given every chance to stay in the fight.
You have to get in the fight first.
He's in the fight, Max. He's landing punches at will now. It's just a matter of can he land a real sharp one or a good one to change anything around. He's in the fight.
But he can't get away from the jab.
Ish. He's in the fight, ish.
Try to be a little bit closer, David.
There was a brace of doctors leaning into David Lemieux's corner between rounds, watching him, trying to figure out whether there's a reason to stop the fight. But no stoppage so far as we go into round 8 with Golovkin on Harold Letterman's unofficial scorecard, having won every round so far. He's about 40 landed punches away from landing more punches than he's ever landed in any of his 33 previous prize fights. So he is making a target of David Lemieux.
Hat still goes off to David Lemieux, though, because a lot of us never expected Lemieux to last this long with such a big puncher as Triple G, and he's been doing a great job of surviving, not only surviving, but having chances with those big punches that he's throwing.
Right, I don't know that he's in the fight, but he remains apparently dangerous and is able here and there to land something on Gennady.
Well, he's been shown a form of respect in that Golovkin is relying on the jab more than any other punch and more than ever before. He's already broken his own record for landed jabs in a fight. He's boxing much of the time instead of slugging away. All of that is a form of respect for David Lemieux's punching power.
If Gennady sets his own personal record for punches landed against a fighter, in a sense, that fighter's the toughest guy he's fought.
Exactly. Good right hand by
hard left hook, hammered Lemieux. Good right hand by Lemieux, but the uppercut by Golovkin drives him back into the ropes. The body shot hurt him again. Steve Willis is going to stop the fight. Technical knockout for Golovkin in the 8th.
There's a one-sided, lopsided mismatch beatdown, and Lemieux earned this date tonight. He beat some good fighters to get here.
A tremendous performance by Gennady Golovkin.
Yes, it was.
Is there a middleweight out there capable of putting him into the kind of drama show we really want to see, where his heart and mettle and chin are truly tested?
Willing and ready to go. There are the jabs. Caught a hook and still throw a beautiful overhand right, much like we saw him do in the fight with Gil. Take a big punch and land a bigger punch.
There's a body shot coming in here somewhere.
Triple G's on the attack right here. He throws that jab, beautiful overhand right. Another jab, right hand, left jab, another right hand.
We never talked about the footwork, Roy, the closing down the ring, but that's another big part of this.
And that was the body shot, and there you saw him look.
Yeah, the body shot really
ended. And that's why the referee stopped the fight.
Yeah.
He should have taken a knee there if he wanted to continue, but his pride probably wouldn't let him go down.
He cuts off the ring so brilliantly. Let's go to Michael Buffer for the official particulars on the TKO.
Ladies and gentlemen, here at Madison Square Garden, referee Steve Willis. has to step in and call a halt to the bout. The official time, 1 minute, 32 seconds of round number 8. The winner by TKO victory. The knockout streak continues now up to 21 consecutive KOs. His record 34-0, 31 knockouts. And he is now the unified IBF, IBO, WBA, interim WBC, middleweight champion of the world, Dame Gospoda, Gennadievich, Triple G.
Final CompuBox numbers for Golovkin versus Lemieux. Gennady Golovkin falls 13 punches short of landing more punches than he's ever landed in a single fight. 280 out of 549, 51% overall. The power punch percentage will probably be higher. Lemieux 89 out of 335. Oh, it isn't quite higher. No, though it will be, because the jabs are 47%. 170 out of 359 jabs. And just to repeat, early in the fight, in the first few rounds, he was throwing jabs at 5 times the middleweight average. Lemieux, not bad, 35 out of 191, but Golovkin completely dominates that category. And power punches. Golovkin landing 58%. And by the way, I think that's the same number at which Chocolatito was landing against Brian Valoria. 110 out of 190.
Congratulations, Gennady, on yet another sensational knockout win. That's all we ever see from you. You seemed to box him early. What was the game plan coming in?
Yeah, Max, you're right. I told you this is my very important fight. I'm very happy. I give my friends, my fans, big show, big event. Thank you, all my fans. Thank you. First of all, thank you, my friends. Thank you, my people.
Talking to Abel before the fight, there was a little concern that you sometimes dominate a fighter early and then you'll get hit a little bit in the middle rounds, and with this guy's power, he wanted to avoid that. How do you think you did there?
Yeah, David, he's a very good fighter. He's a very strong guy, you know. Just, I must show everybody for my second step, just I can boxing too. I'm not just puncher, I'm not just crazy fighter. I'm boxer.
Did you feel his power?
Yes, of course, yeah. Every fighter is very dangerous and very strong. And more respect, David, he's very good fighter, he's warrior.
Okay, you got another middleweight strap. What do you want next?
My goal is all the belts in middleweight division. I want to bring new story. You remember long time ago, big day for middleweight division.
After performances like this, are you concerned at all that it's going to be harder to get the other middleweights in the ring with you? Or do you think you've brought out enough people here to create the economic demand for them to fight you?
No, you know, I'm a boxer. I'm not a businessman. My goal is all the belts. I'm staying here. Look, I have 4 belts. Who next? It doesn't matter for me. I want to bring my fans big events.
So the winner of Cotto and Canelo, I suppose, would be the next logical step.
Both, 2 great champions. I won't meet with who win.
Gennady, last one. With Floyd Mayweather's retirement, supposedly, there seems to be a debate about who the best fighter pound for pound in the world is. Many are saying Chocolatito. Andre Ward, your name comes up. Is that important to you?
Not today. Yeah, it's very important for me. It's not today. Just take your time. Right now, I think it's vacant. First place is vacant.
First place is vacant, and you're making your case. Thanks, Gennady, again.
Excuse me. Can you please? Thank you very much, my friends. Thank you very much, my people. Thank you very much, my sponsor, BA Group and Cessna Bank. Rahmet sizge.
Thank you, Gennady. David, a brave performance. There were times where you could have found a way out of that fight. For example, when you were knocked down and he hit you once your knee was on the canvas, you never did. Why did you keep fighting in spite of the fact that he was really beating you badly every round?
Well, there was some rounds, you know, it was pretty close. I was just waiting for the right moment to connect to him. I give him all the respect. He's a great fighter. Tonight he's the champion. I'm not too sure for the stoppage. I could have continued. I'm a bit disappointed the referee stopped it. I could have continued. But tonight, I'll keep my mouth shut. But a lot of respect to Golovkin. I'll meet him in the future, in the near future. I want things to be settled in the near future.
What was the game plan coming in?
We planned a lot of different things. We planned in attacking him when he's coming in, and certain things worked out well. But there were some shots I took a bit too long to throw, and to connect. I didn't have 100% of all my shots connecting. He's a good fighter. I'll give him the respect, but hopefully in the near future I'll get my chance again.
Okay, thank you, David. Jim.
All right, thank you very much, Max Kellerman. Back live at ringside with Roy Jones. My new impression, Roy. He just looks so long and rangy in there. There's no room for the other guy. That was a phenomenal performance.
Yeah, it was a very phenomenal performance. He basically suffocated Lemieux. He took the jab early, established himself with the jab, made Lemieux have to deal with the distance, something that Lemieux is not used to dealing with because he's an aggressive fighter. So by making him extend, making him have to reach that extra length to get his punches off, it slowed him down. It confused him. Because the jab confused him, it took him out of his normal element. With that being said, the boxer outsmarted the puncher, and he pulled off a wonderful, spectacular victory tonight.
Wouldn't you love to be 28 years old again so he could fight Roy Jones and we could see a tremendous matchup like that?
Please don't remind me. You get my blood pressure up. Don't remind me. Don't even remind me. Let's not even talk about it.
All right, calm down. Max Kellerman, your final impressions on Gennady Golovkin's, as you said, systematic beatdown of David Lemieux.
Yeah, there hasn't been a long-reigning, aggressive knockout artist middleweight champion in 30 years, not since Marvelous Marvin Hagler. And like Hagler, although Hagler had a much tougher trip and beat more good fighters on his way to superstardom, Hagler couldn't cross over to mainstream stardom until the lighter weight division stars moved up and made super fights with him. Roberto Duran, Tommy Hearns, Sugar Ray Leonard. Then everyone, in general sports fan, knew the name Marvelous Marvin Hagler. And Gennady Golovkin may be in the same position. This level middleweight simply can't test him, can't put him in the kind of fight where we're really going to find out his heart, his chin, his will to win, his medal, his championship stuff. Maybe one of the lighter weight division fighters can. Maybe the winner of Canelo and Cotto, if they're impressive and have the moxie to actually get in the ring with Triple G, we'll start to see those kind of fights, and Triple G will start to truly cross over to mainstream sports fans.
Thanks, Max. And though Gennady Golovkin himself said at the end, "I'm not a businessman," here's what's really at stake. Over the course of the past 15 years, a promotional company with a vision and this television network, HBO, with confidence and faith, built a young man from the Philippines who first arrived on these shores speaking very little English into a dominant crossover pay-per-view star in the United States. His name was Manny Pacquiao. This was the first pay-per-view for Golovkin, and here we go again. Can the same thing happen for a young man from Kazakhstan, a little bit later on in age than was Pacquiao when first he came here? Can this man, with his unusual nickname, his fractured English, which is so charming and so appealing at the end of every fight, and this ongoing, growing knockout streak, become the same kind of phenomenon, or maybe even a bigger one than Pacquiao was? That's what's at stake as we go forward. Tonight was the pay-per-view beginning. The next fight will be the next step as the legend of Triple G continues to grow. It's already a legend. It can get very big. Thanks very much for being with us on this HBO pay-per-view coverage of Gennady Golovkin and Roman Chocolatito Gonzalez.